Actually, I have not say what is it that I do. I don't think so, at least. When I started posting some videos, um, thinking that you guys will probably already kind of know what is it that I do. Okay, my main focus is to help men that are struggling with their marriage, and it can be in many different stages. And then I'm trying to focus some of the videos on the ones that are like really struggling, where the spouse has asked for separation or divorce, that the wife has said those dirty words, love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. As in a form of, I care for you, but, we're done. So that's kind of where I'm trying to focus some of my content to be able to help those type of people that they tend to get advice from the world, or from some times from therapists trying to say, bring your spouse, maybe talk it out. Sometimes the therapists are not the best answers. Sometimes they choose one side, they focus on one area, and that's where I kind of side within myself. There's that need for a Catholic, within the Catholic faith, for go beyond what seems the easy route. One is to say, okay, well, this is done. Second one is just pray to God and leave it all up to Him, for Him to do all the work. I call it the easy route, not necessarily because it's easy, because yes, there's one part where you have to leave it all up to God, but there's a steps that you have to do. And working through those steps, you realizing it that even those the things that you're doing, it is because of the grace of God that He's allowing you to go through this process. It's not that it's His will for this to happen, but He's allowing it because His greatest purpose is for your own salvation and the salvation of your spouse. For one way or another, you guys haven't come to the realization of together it will work. One has been complacency, other one control, many different reasons where the marriage has been suffering, and it has been the ego, the one that is leading the relationship, and God has allowed it for the biases, sin, has allowed it to happen because has a free will, but He's going to be making it if you give Him the chance to work through you to restore everybody's marriage. Obviously, a lot of this information is really helpful for people that are not at that extreme, but can start seeing some issues within the relationships, and also people that are just starting it to be aware of the possibilities that can happen, because most people, again, will not go into marriage thinking like, okay, yeah, in 6 months I'm gonna get married, or in 6 months I'm gonna get divorced, or in 10 years or 20 years I will be getting divorced. Once the kids move out, that's when they're gonna get divorced. Nobody goes into marriage thinking that way. And it's also very helpful because the core principles goes into the idea of wounds, your personal growth. So it also is very helpful for people that are searching for a spouse. Again, so because the idea is through principles. Again, it's not a do this so you can get this result. It's more of a principles that helps a person to become the person that needs to be. So again, it's not a matter of where you are in your stage of life that it would apply to. It's more the aspect like it applies to every stage of life that you have to be. As the man, you have to lead, and you're leading your life throughout every stage of your life. So that's kind of where this I would say ministry that I'm doing I do also have a ministry where I kind of how it started is I teach all of these principles through dancing. That's how it came to be, a way for where I discover how the principles of within the Bible, the principles of marriage can be explained through dance. You have the woman and the man learning or dancing, where the woman follows, the man leads, but it's not a blind follow and lead. It is a purposeful way of doing things. There's expectations within the dance that the woman can able to see if it's a proper dance, that she's able to do it. So, all right. Well, hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know if you have any particular questions that you guys want me to answer more specific, so I can guide my ministry a little more precise to what you guys want to hear. All right. God bless.